Alright, welcome back everybody. So we have successfully installed Ubuntu operating system, and now let's quickly see some of its features and settings that we need to do. I told you that the first thing that we need to configure is the access to the internet itself, and we had seen that once we had made this virtual machine, we had set the interface of that virtual machine to be in bridge mode so that it can communicate with the host machine's interface card and go to the internet. So let's see what are the settings over here. If I click on this one, this double arrow, and we see that networking is enabled. If you disable it, you will not be able to access the internet, and it is even showing that cable disconnected. And before that, let me also expand this one. This is a bit small, isn't it? So let's click on here, this wheel, and over here click on system settings, and from here we can select on display and match this display to the display of your screen size. I'm using 1024 multiplied by 768 with an aspect ratio of 4:3 so that the screen gets expanded. Click on apply, and let's keep these changes. Now if I click on full screen mode, we will have the complete user experience of using the Ubuntu. So let's come on to this sign, this icon over here again, and enable networking. Once it gets enabled, now let's see what are the IP addresses that we have got, if I have got DHCP server running or not. If not, you can statically assign it. If you have got DHCP assigned IP addresses to your host machine, your guest machine will also get a different IP address to be used for your internet purposes. So let's click on connection information, and indeed I've got the IP address. This is the IP address from my DSL modem that I'm using. Now click on close, and let's come on to this one which is the search area. And over here, if you already know it, which I reckon yet you don't, so if you know that what you need to type in, like I want to access the terminal from where I can check the internet connectivity, and as soon as I start typing a name of the application, like if I want to type say calculator, then it shows me the calculator option over here. And if I want to type in say browser, then all the browsers that are available I can see over here, like Firefox is already installed. So let's just come on to terminal and select terminal, this one from here. Once it gets opened up, let's see if we can access the internet. So I type in ping and let's say yahoo.com. If I can ping it, it means I can browse it as well. So let's just close this ping, and over here you can see that this is the Firefox window. So I click on this one, and once it gets opened up, it's the same Firefox experience that you will get on Windows environment. And other browsers are also supported. You can use Google Chrome if you want to. I prefer Firefox, so I'll stick around with it. There is also another good browser which is Midori. I've also used that one. It's very lightweight, and the functionality wise it performs all the functions. So let's come on to here and let's type in say ubuntu.com. Now just give it a while so that it gets connected to the internet and bring the Ubuntu page. So we can see that we can browse the internet on Ubuntu using Firefox. So here we are. All the options that we had seen earlier, we are seeing them now as well. And if you want to see the settings or tabs, maybe you can just play around and change the setting that you want to change. If you click on, or maybe over here, and in preferences, let's just click on preferences, and let's bring it down. Alright, so it's not here anyway. I just wanted to show you that how you can use internet on Ubuntu. Now click on this one. If you see, you cannot close this application. In fact, this particular look that you are seeing over here is the Unity, as we call it, Unity look, and it's designed primarily for touch-based operating system or touch-based machines. But your PC or my laptop or your laptop, they might not be the touch screen systems. So I personally do not feel very comfortable with this environment if we have got the required hardware for that. So I prefer to use the menu based system, because one other thing about this Unity platform is that you need to know the application name so that you can type it in this search area that I have shown you over here. But if you do not, then how you are supposed to know? I mean, there is no way until you search it on the internet. So it's better that we have that classical look that I prefer. If you want to, it's good enough for you. But if you do not, you can revert it back to a classical look where you will have this menu option. And let me just bring it to scale mode. Now, before I upgrade it or maybe change it back to the classical mode, it will not be changed. The Ubuntu itself will not be changed to the classical mode. Rather, this look that we are seeing at the moment, it will be a more controlled, I would say, controlled environment that I like to call it as. So let's close this browser. From here, you see these marks, they are all over the place. I find it difficult to manage, but anyways, let's just close it. And you can also use your Word documents or Word presentation or even Word Excel sheets. This Ubuntu software comes up with this wonderful option of LibreOffice, and some of the applications are over here like LibreWriter. These used to create Word documents. You can even save them with the extension of .doc or .docx. Likewise, this is Calc, which is used for Excel spreadsheets, and this is Impress, which is used for making presentations. So if I click on Impress, and it is opening up for the first time, so it might take a bit longer. Just hang in there for a while. And also, it also depends that how much RAM and CPU you have allocated to your guest machine. So once it gets opened up, we are represented with this nice and slick view. You can choose the template that you want to. If I come on to this properties or master pages, or maybe slide transitions that you want to impose, slide and formatting, let's say subtitles, or maybe if I bring it down, whatever you want to. Anyway, close this gallery, and you can add your title. This is LibreOffice. So a very good platform. It's open source and gives you almost all the functionality that you get from your Microsoft Office. Likewise, if I click on Writer, which is equivalent to Word, you can straight away get in and start typing. And personally speaking, I have used this one as well as Word for a long time. And if you ask me, and if I have the option, I would always go with this LibreOffice, because I believe that the formatting and the control that we get using this particular piece of software is it kind of shadow the performance of the Microsoft Word, which is, by the way, is not free, and this all we get for free. So let's close this one as well. And likewise, if I show you this Calc, which is equivalent to spreadsheet or Excel, you can use all the formulas that are supported with this platform, and more or less they are the same as you would get in any Excel version. Now, to fall back to the classical look, we need to first update our distribution. like this one over here, which is 14.04. And how do you know that which Ubuntu platform that you are using? Well, there's a command for that, and I had already shown you is in the settings. Did I show you? If I click on this icon over here, this this wheel, and click on system settings, and if I bring it I think I need to give it 2 GB. It's kind of slow. So has it opened? Let's click it one more time and see if the page has opened. Maybe. Okay, so it had opened and it was down there. Anyway, so I click on all settings, and from here, if I click on details, and once it shows us the details, we can see that we have got Ubuntu 14.04. We can see the same thing in the command line as well. If I type in, let's say, cat, which is for concatenate a file, and /etc, and the issue that we are the platform that we are particularly working on, and I see that the version is Ubuntu 14.04. If you want to see the architecture of the kernel and the Linux version, I can type in uname -a, and we can see that it's the name of the machine is Ubuntu VM, and this is the Linux kernel. Now, to update the Ubuntu distribution to its latest patches that are available as per its repositories, or as per the pre-compiled listing of data sources that it can get itself updated from. So the way to do that is I need to type in sudo, which is like do a command with the privileges of root or an administrative user. So if I do not, certain commands you will need to execute using sudo, others may not. All the commands that affect the system overall, because you see I am a single user, I am not the root at the moment, or the all powerful administrator, but I can use the privileges of that using the sudo and then giving my own password. So I type in sudo and apt, then afterwards get, and after that I type in update, so that it gets its database updated from the using the latest information available in the repository list. So I click on, or I press enter over here, and it is asking my password. I provide my password, and after that, let me just type it again. Okay, so it is saying that it is locked at the moment. Let's see that why is that. Alright, let's try to run this command one more time by typing in sudo apt get and then update, and let's hang in there for a while. Okay, now it is working, so let it work through. I did not do anything, I just repeated the command a couple of times and now it has started. Maybe there was temporary problem with the because this is the virtualized environment, or maybe the process was getting stuck somewhere. So let's just wait for a while. It will take some time. It will, it is trying to get itself updated with the latest information which is available over all these resources. So let's just hang it there and let it complete the process. Alright, so it has completed this updated process, and now let's install that particular package that I was talking about, so that we get this classic look or the menu based look, so that it would be easier to find out the things and manage your way into the environment. So I click, provided you haven't got the touch screen system. So let's also bring it to full screen and let's type in. So this is the command sudo. Since I'm going to make changes to the system, so I need to have the privilege level of the root. So I type in sudo before the actual command, which is apt or advanced package tool and then dash. We'll take a detailed look about this, that how this really happens. So apt and get install, and then the name of the package. The name of the package is genome session and fallback. So I click on or press enter over here, and now it is fetching the information regarding that particular package. The package size is 10 MB, and afterwards the space will be utilized on the disk will be of 50 MB. So I say yes, go on with this one. Click on next, and once all the files gets downloaded, we'll be installing that. Now just give it a while it goes through with the process. Alright, so it has completely downloaded 10 MB, and now it is compiling the package and installing it. And afterwards it will give us the message that the process has been completed and the package has been successfully installed. So doing just all the dependency checks and doing all the configuration. And just hang in there. And setting up the environment variables, and now it's completed. Since no warning has been given, so all is good now. Now the package that we wanted to install has been installed, and now we need to see that how we can use it. So the way to do that is we need to log out of the system, and then we will be presented with the option that whether we want to fall back to the classical looks or not. So I click on, let me just make it full screen. I click on over here this wheel sign one more time, and from here I need to select log out. Click on log out, and once it gets logged out, we'll be presented with the options that we can use. So just hang in there for a while. A bit longer. Your machine will perform quite faster, I believe, because I'm recording at the moment as well, so it is taking a bit longer. So here we are. Back to the login screen, and if you click on this wheel, this one, and you are presented with these options. This is the option that we can select, which is genome flashback meta city, and once that gets selected, we see that the sign has been changed to this nice foot or something. You can see the fingers of and the toe here as well. So I click on password field, and I type in the password that I had set earlier, and once we get logged in, we will see that we will have the look changed to something more. I would say that it's more appealing, but it's from management point of view, I prefer this one. So here we are, completely blank desktop, and from here we can select the option. Now this is the menu based look that I was talking about. From here you can click on this one, and you see it has already set this office, and all the applications have been moved over here. In internet we have these default options, like we can click on this browser, or we can use Firefox, or even this Thunderbird mail client. Likewise, in graphics we have this option of document viewer. You can use this one to view PDF documents, or even scan you can use. Then you have some games, and in accessories you can use calculator or terminal that I wanted to show you. You can take the screenshots. You have got this text editor. Then in science, whatever you want to install in sound and video, you have this music player, which is a very good one, I would say. You can also install other packages like VLC for Ubuntu, that I'll show you that how you can use that. You have this webcam option or sound recorder, and over here you can come on to system tools, From here you can see that how much disk is being utilized by which directory, so that if your system is getting clogged up and a lot of disk space, you are not sure that whether it is where it is being utilized, you can use this disk use analyzer option, and it will show you all the directories that are taking too much space of your system. So here's the look of that. If I click on, let's say, whatever I want to analyze, whether I want to analyze my home folder only, or I want to utilize or analyze the whole system, Ubuntu operating system. So I click on this root partition. So let's click on home folder and see that what's being utilized. So we see that it has given us this nice pie chart where we see that this folder Mozilla, it is using 14.7 megabyte, and likewise cache is using 7.6 megabytes. So if I find some folder which is not supposed to take too much of space, I can come over here, and after analysis I would find out that probably this is the folder that is causing the problem, and I will get into it and remove certain files from there. So let me just close its full screen mode, and I'm gonna end this video over here, and in the next video I'll show you some other great options regarding Ubuntu. So stick around and I'll see you in there.